The lost hours of the night. Tonight, after sunset, you'll probably turn on a light without giving it a second thought. A single switch will push back the darkness, and your evening will continue as if daytime never ended. For us, this is normal. For almost all of human existence, it was impossible. Imagine living in a world where night truly meant darkness, not the dim glow of a bedroom or the orange haze of city lights, but complete darkness stretching in every direction. A world where the stars were the brightest things you could see, and where the setting sun signaled the end of most activity. For hundreds of thousands of years, every human being who ever lived experienced that reality.
So, what happened during those long hours after sunset? The answer reveals a forgotten side of human life. Long before cities, roads, and electricity, there was fire. Fire was one of humanity's greatest inventions, not simply because it provided warmth, but because it transformed time itself. Before fire, darkness belonged to predators. Humans, with their poor night vision, were vulnerable. Moving through the landscape after sunset was dangerous and often deadly. A small fire changed everything. Its light created a fragile island of safety in a world filled with unseen threats. Around those flames, people could stay awake longer, talk longer, and remain active after sunset.
For the first time, the human day extended beyond daylight. Those extra hours became some of the most important hours in human history. During the day, survival demanded attention. People searched for food, cared for children, crafted tools, and dealt with practical concerns. Conversation focused on immediate needs. But when darkness arrived and people gathered around a fire, something different emerged. Stories. Tales of distant places, legendary hunters, mysterious creatures, and the origins of the world filled the night air. Around the fire, people shared ideas that had nothing to do with immediate survival. The campfire became humanity's first theater.
Its first classroom. Its first place of collective imagination. Many of the traditions, myths, and beliefs that shaped civilizations may have begun in those circles of flickering light. Yet storytelling was only part of the night. There was another rhythm to ancient life that modern people have largely forgotten. Most of us assume that natural sleep means closing our eyes and sleeping continuously for 7 or 8 hours. History suggests otherwise. For centuries, people commonly slept in 2 separate periods. After sunset, they would fall asleep for several hours.
Then, they would wake naturally in the middle of the night. For an hour or two, they remained awake before returning to sleep until dawn. This wasn't considered unusual. It was simply life. During these quiet nighttime hours, people reflected, prayed, talked with family members, recorded thoughts, or simply sat in silence. The world was calm, distractions were absent, and the mind wandered freely. Modern experiments have shown that when people are removed from artificial lighting and exposed to long, natural nights, many drift back toward this ancient pattern without being instructed to do so.
It's as though the memory of that rhythm still exists somewhere within us. Then came a revolution that changed everything. Artificial light. First came brighter lamps and candles, then gas lighting illuminated streets. Finally, electric light spread across cities and homes. For the first time, humans gained control over the night. Darkness retreated. Work extended later. Entertainment lasted longer. The boundary between day and night began to disappear. Today, millions of people spend hours staring at bright screens long after sunset. Our eyes receive signals that would have been impossible for our ancestors to imagine.
Told beneath the stars, the quiet moments of reflection between sleeping and waking. To the brain, light often means daytime. As a result, many of the biological patterns that guided human life for thousands of generations have been altered. The night has become something we manage rather than something we experience. And perhaps something valuable disappeared along the way. Not just darkness itself, but the state of mind that came with it. The slow conversations, the stories.
The feeling of living in a world that paused when the sun went down. We gained comfort, safety, and endless productivity. But we also left behind a relationship with the night that shaped humanity for countless generations. Maybe that's why standing beneath a sky full of stars still feels strangely familiar. Maybe somewhere deep inside us, a part of the ancient human remembers. It remembers the crackling fire. It remembers the silence. And it remembers the long-forgotten hours when darkness was not an inconvenience, but a way of life.